Hello everybody from freetradingvideos.com. This is Matador. It's March 24th, 2009, and after a beautiful run-up yesterday, we are seeing a bit of a stall. Not surprising at all. In fact, we're filling a gap in here, actually, that is perfect, right around the 82 mark. If I zoom to a 60-minute chart, you can see this a little bit more clearly. So here is that gap fill at 82. We were talking about that yesterday on the run-up. Even after having blasted through a great area of resistance intraday, the 11:30 or noon video I did yesterday actually outlined some of this resistance areas at the 80-50 mark. When blasting through that, fantastic move. Just nice to see that. So big run up. Now we're again into this large unfilled gap back here. $82, big resistance. 84 will be the next logical place of resistance on these charts, at least on the S&P 500 tracking index. And then, of course, at this swing high. So that's why we're stalling where we did. We gapped down this morning, filled that gap again for the second time. All right, so here is the 82 mark. Again, now we're fighting that. If we can break out above this in some kind of ascending triangle or high base, that'd be very, very impressive. Again, after a big run-up like this, markets usually need a time to rest, give people a chance to sell out if they wanted to. And in addition to that, we also see some weakness, not terrible, but we are above 1.0 now on the trend, which shows some volume flowing into stocks on the decrease. And the trend Q also matches that almost perfectly. Nice to have them matching, but again, not bullish. The VIX is flat and actually dropping a little bit, so that's bullish. There's a bit of a divergence between those broad market indicators, internals I should say. So something to watch out for. That's probably why we're seeing more of a mixed environment here on the S&P. Some stocks to note and watch. Goldman Sachs is being a relatively strong company right now in the face of this. Beautiful run up yesterday, and instead of chopping around sideways this morning, it's running up. And part of that is on this news right here. Goldman's hurrying up to repay the government. And if you click on this and give it a read, just Yahoo Finance, you can kind of see that they're going to be repaying the $10 billion that they were given in October, giving back that TARP money. That's a good thing, right? Because they're paying a lot of interest on that. They want to give it back. That 5% interest is costing people money, and that would make them whole. The only negative to this, and it seems interesting to me to read what they were talking about in here, is that if they repay that and other banks can't repay that, then those banks that cannot repay their TARP money will appear weak. And so is Goldman now supposed to eat their 5% interest on $10 billion just so other banks don't look weak? This is their argument here. So news-driven wise, part of the reason we may be running up into this resistance and then not breaking through it at least yet is that we had the 6.3% annual decline in January in home prices. It's just some negative news in here. So just wanted to show you that. It's kind of fun to keep up on the news, again, get an idea of the environment that we're trading in, and then go technically and find things that are relatively strong, although I don't see a buy in here right now. Running up into the 200 MA on the daily chart after a multi-day run-up, not necessarily the best timing in the world. So you need a good setup in Goldman to do that. I just wanted to show you a relative strength stock. And that's a good run around the markets. I really do like this gap fill we're getting. This is the $82 mark again back in here. That's the same gap I was showing you on a 60-minute chart right here. So it's fun to zoom down into a chart, but really it's the same picture. So again, I think all these videos are being helpful. I'm getting some good feedback from people, and we're going to keep doing them as long as you're finding it helpful. Let us know if you want us to change anything or add anything, subtract anything. We'll do that on the fly. So I hope you guys are having a great rest of the day and a good rest of the week, and I'll talk to you soon.